energy was boundless, your confidence unshakable, and your body responded exactly the way you wanted it to? For most men watching this right now, those days feel like distant memories. You wake up tired, you struggle to maintain your stamina throughout the day, and when night falls, well, let's just say things aren't what they used to be in the bedroom. I know because I've heard this exact story from thousands of men just like you. But what if I told you that your body is desperately trying to regain its former glory? What if the real problem isn't your age at all, but a critical deficiency that's been silently robbing you of your manhood for years? A deficiency so simple to fix that you'll be shocked no doctor ever mentioned it to you. Today, I'm going to reveal why vitamin A could be the missing link between the man you are now and the virile, energetic man you remember being. And I'm going to show you 8 specific foods that can transform your vitality in ways those expensive blue pills never could. This isn't some far-fetched claim. This is backed by science that the pharmaceutical companies don't want becoming common knowledge. But first, I need to warn you. What I'm about to share has helped thousands of men reclaim their power and confidence, but it goes against everything the medical establishment wants you to believe. They'd rather have you dependent on prescriptions than empowered with knowledge. So, if you're comfortable with your declining energy, dwindling strength, and disappointing bedroom performance, then maybe this video isn't for you. But if you're ready to remember what real masculine vitality feels like, then pay close attention. The truth is, your body is a magnificent machine designed to function at peak performance well into your golden years. But just like any machine, it needs the right fuel. And for men over 50, vitamin A isn't just another nutrient. It's the foundation of your masculine power. Let me take you back to something many of you might not know. Before the rise of modern pharmaceuticals, men knew the secret foods that kept them strong and virile well into old age. These weren't exotic supplements or expensive treatments. They were simple, nutrient-dense foods that provided exactly what the male body needs to thrive. And at the core of these traditional masculine foods was one critical nutrient, vitamin A. Not the synthetic version you find in most multivitamins, but the real, potent, bioavailable form that directly supports testosterone production, prostate health, and sexual function. You see, vitamin A isn't just about eye health, as you've probably been told. That's just what they want you to believe, that it's a minor nutrient with limited benefits. The truth? Vitamin A is absolutely essential for the production of sex hormones, including testosterone. Without adequate vitamin A, your body simply cannot maintain optimal testosterone levels. Period. But here's where it gets really interesting. As men age, our ability to convert and utilize vitamin A actually decreases. Studies show that by age 60, many men are operating with vitamin A levels that are barely half of what they had in their 30s. And this decline lines up perfectly with when most men start noticing problems with their energy, strength, and sexual performance. Coincidence? Absolutely not. What's worse, modern diets are practically designed to keep you deficient. Processed foods, vegetable oils, and even many so-called health foods actually block vitamin A absorption. So even if you think you're eating right, you could be severely deficient in this critical nutrient. I've seen it hundreds of times. Men come to me exhausted, defeated, having tried everything from testosterone replacement therapy to every pill the doctor will prescribe. Nothing works, at least not without side effects that make them question if it's even worth it. Then they make a few simple additions to their diet, specific vitamin A-rich foods that I'm about to share with you. And within weeks, sometimes days, they feel like they've turned back the clock. Energy returns, mental fog lifts, confidence grows. And yes, bedroom performance improves dramatically. Not because of some artificial chemical reaction, but because their bodies are finally getting what they've been desperately needing. Now, let me be clear about something. This isn't about megadosing on vitamin A supplements. That can actually be dangerous. This is about choosing the right foods with the most bioavailable forms of vitamin A. The forms your body can actually use to rebuild your masculine vitality from the inside out. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. The 8 most potent vitamin A powerhouses that you should be eating regularly. These aren't exotic foods you'll need to search for. These are accessible, affordable options that you can find at any grocery store. But the way you'll incorporate them, and the specific combinations that maximize their potency, that's what will set you apart from every other man your age who's resigned himself to decline. Let's start with what might be the most powerful vitamin A source on the planet: beef liver. Now, I can already hear some of you groaning. Liver? Really? Yes, really. Just one 3-ounce serving of beef liver contains more than 6,500 micrograms of preformed vitamin A. That's over 700% of your daily requirement. Nothing else even comes close. And it's not just any vitamin A. Liver contains the retinol form, the most bioactive form that your body can use immediately without conversion. This is crucial because as men age, our ability to convert other forms of vitamin A decreases significantly. But here's the thing about liver: you don't have to eat it the way your grandmother prepared it. You don't need to choke down a huge slab with onions. Instead, try this. Finely dice a small amount of liver and mix it into ground beef for burgers or meatloaf. The flavor is completely masked, but you're still getting those powerful nutrients. Or try liver pâté spread on some whole grain crackers as a snack. A small amount goes a long way. If you absolutely can't stomach liver in any form, don't worry. We have 7 more options that, while not as potent individually, can collectively provide what you need. Next up, egg yolks. But not just any eggs. Pasture-raised eggs from chickens that roam freely and eat their natural diet. These yolks contain up to 5 times more vitamin A than conventional eggs. They're also packed with choline, which supports the liver's processing of vitamin A and enhances its effects. Here's a power move. Soft-boiled eggs where the yolk is still slightly runny preserve more of the vitamin A, since high heat can diminish it. Have 2 of these for breakfast with some vegetables, and you're already well on your way to optimal vitamin A levels for the day. Speaking of vegetables, sweet potatoes are your next vitamin A ally. A single medium sweet potato contains over 1,400 micrograms of vitamin A, mostly as beta-carotene, which your body converts to the active form. The trick is to eat them with some fat, like a pat of butter or a drizzle of olive oil, since vitamin A is fat-soluble and needs fat for optimal absorption. Don't like sweet potatoes? Butternut squash offers similar benefits with a different flavor profile. Roasted butternut squash with a sprinkle of cinnamon not only provides excellent vitamin A, but also helps stabilize blood sugar, another key factor in maintaining energy and sexual health as you age. Now let's talk about something many men overlook: dark leafy greens, specifically spinach and kale. Just 1 cup of cooked spinach provides over 570 micrograms of vitamin A, plus it's loaded with nitrates that your body converts to nitric oxide, the same compound that those expensive ED medications work by increasing. Natural nitric oxide boosters like spinach can enhance blood flow throughout your body, including to the genital region, supporting stronger, more sustainable erections. A simple spinach salad with hard-boiled eggs and some olive oil dressing combines multiple vitamin A sources in one easy meal. Or throw a handful into a morning smoothie. You won't even taste it, but your body will certainly feel the difference. Moving on to option 6, red bell peppers. These vibrant vegetables contain over 400 micrograms of vitamin A per large pepper. Plus, they're loaded with vitamin C, which actually helps your body utilize vitamin A more efficiently. The combination of these nutrients creates a synergistic effect that's greater than either nutrient alone. Slice them up for a quick snack, add them to omelets, or roast them to bring out their natural sweetness. However you enjoy them, they're working to restore your youthful energy and vitality. For our 7th powerhouse, we're looking at a food that many men enjoy but don't realize is helping their masculinity: grass-fed butter. Unlike conventional butter, grass-fed varieties contain significant amounts of vitamin A, along with vitamin K2, which directs calcium to your bones instead of your arteries, supporting cardiovascular health, which is absolutely essential for sexual function. Just a tablespoon of grass-fed butter on your vegetables or melted over a steak adds flavor while delivering these key nutrients. And contrary to outdated nutritional advice, the right kinds of saturated fats are actually beneficial for testosterone production. Finally, number 8 might surprise you: Carrots. Yes, the connection between carrots and vision is well known, but that's because of their vitamin A content. What's less known is how this same nutrient supports testicular health and sperm production. A cup of carrots provides over 1,000 micrograms of vitamin A, making them an easy addition to your vitality-boosting diet. Carrots make for an ideal on-the-go snack, or try them roasted with some grass-fed butter for a side dish that combines two of our vitamin A superstars. The natural sweetness of carrots can also help satisfy sweet cravings while actually supporting your health, unlike processed sweets that do the opposite. Now, here's what makes this approach so different from what you've probably tried before. Most solutions for men's vitality issues focus on covering up symptoms or artificially boosting certain processes. But that's like putting a bandage on a broken arm. It might hide the problem, but it doesn't fix anything. These vitamin A-rich foods work differently. They give your body the fundamental building blocks it needs to repair itself from within. They support your entire hormonal system, not just one aspect of it. And because they're foods, not isolated compounds, they come with cofactors and complementary nutrients that enhance absorption and utilization. But I want to be completely transparent with you. This isn't an overnight miracle. Your current state didn't develop in a day, and it won't reverse in a day either. What I can tell you is this. The men I work with typically notice the first improvements within 2 to 3 weeks. It usually starts with more consistent energy throughout the day. Then mental clarity improves, and within 4 to 6 weeks, most report significant improvements in their sexual health and performance. The key is consistency. These foods need to become regular parts of your diet, not just occasional additions. And there are certain combinations that work particularly well together. For instance, the vitamin A in liver is enhanced by the zinc in oysters. The beta-carotene in sweet potatoes is better absorbed when consumed with the healthy fats in avocados. This is exactly why I've developed what I call the masculine vitality plate, a simple template for meals that combines these powerful foods in ways that maximize their benefits. It's not about complicated recipes or time-consuming preparation. It's about strategic combinations that work with your body's natural processes. Here's a simple example. A breakfast of 2 pasture-raised eggs cooked in grass-fed butter, with sautéed spinach and red bell peppers on the side. This single meal combines 4 of our vitamin A powerhouses in a delicious, satisfying way, providing nearly a full day's worth of this critical nutrient in one sitting. Or for lunch, a salad with dark leafy greens, grated carrots, and slices of butternut squash, topped with a dressing made with olive oil and a small amount of liver pâté for flavor. Again, multiple sources working together for maximum impact. Now, there's something important I need to address. You might be wondering, if this is so effective, why hasn't my doctor told me about it? The answer is both simple and disturbing. Our medical system isn't designed to promote wellness. It's designed to treat disease. Doctors receive minimal training in nutrition, often just a few hours in their entire medical education. They're taught to prescribe medications, not food. And let's be honest about something else. There's no profit in telling you to eat liver or carrots. The real money is in lifetime prescriptions and procedures. I'm not saying your doctor is deliberately keeping this information from you. Most are good people who genuinely want to help, but they're working within a system that doesn't prioritize these kinds of solutions. That's why men like you have to take matters into their own hands. That's why this information is so crucial to share. But I also want to be clear about what this approach can and cannot do. Will these vitamin A-rich foods completely reverse decades of neglect overnight? No. Will they work for 100% of men? Probably not. Everyone's body is unique. But will they improve the vitality, energy, and sexual function of the vast majority of men who consistently incorporate them? Absolutely. And here's the best part. There are no side effects, no risk of dependency, no dangerous interactions with other medications. Just your body receiving what it needs to function as nature intended. I've seen men who were considering testosterone injections completely turn things around just by addressing their vitamin A deficiency. I've worked with men who had resigned themselves to a sexless marriage find a whole new chapter of intimacy with their partners. And I've heard from countless men who finally feel like themselves again after years of wondering what went wrong. One of these men was Frank, a 68-year-old retired construction worker who came to me after trying everything his doctor recommended for his fatigue and ED issues. Nothing worked. We adjusted his diet to include several of these vitamin A-rich foods daily. Within a month, he called me, emotional, saying he and his wife had just had the best night together in over a decade. He felt like he was in his 40s again. Or take Richard, 59, who couldn't make it through a day without needing a nap, despite being on medication for low T. After just 3 weeks of incorporating liver, eggs, and leafy greens into his regular diet, he not only stopped needing naps, but started working out again for the first time in years. His testosterone levels? They increased by 43% without any change in his medication. These aren't unusual cases. These are the typical results I see when men finally address the root cause of their vitality issues instead of just masking symptoms. Now, I want to acknowledge something important. Some of you might be thinking, I already eat pretty well, and I still have these problems. Here's what you need to understand. Even a healthy modern diet can be severely deficient in bioavailable vitamin A. Many factors can reduce absorption or increase your need for this nutrient, including stress, certain medications, digestive issues, and even genetic factors. That's why it's so important to intentionally incorporate these specific foods rather than assuming you're getting what you need from a generally healthy diet. And it's why the strategic combinations I mentioned earlier are so powerful. They ensure you're not just consuming vitamin A, but actually absorbing and utilizing it. I also want to address the men who are currently on testosterone replacement therapy or other treatments. This approach isn't about replacing your current treatment. It's about supporting it and potentially reducing your dependence on it over time. Many men find they can lower their dosages or even eventually transition off certain medications as their bodies begin functioning better naturally. Always work with your healthcare provider on any medication changes, but don't be surprised if your labs start showing improvements that even your doctor finds impressive. The bottom line is this: your body wants to be vital, energetic, and sexually capable. That's its natural state. When it's not functioning that way, it's usually not because something's wrong with you. It's because something's missing. And very often, that missing piece is adequate, bioavailable vitamin A. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, commit to incorporating at least 3 of these vitamin A powerhouses into your daily diet. Keep track of your energy levels, your mood, your confidence, and yes, your sexual function. See for yourself what happens when you give your body what it's been craving. Don't accept decline as inevitable. Don't resign yourself to dependency on medications with questionable side effects. And most importantly, don't give up on experiencing life with the same vigor and satisfaction you once did. You've worked hard all your life. You've taken care of others. You've built something meaningful. Now it's time to rebuild yourself, starting with the fundamental nutrients that power your masculinity. Remember, this isn't just about better sex, though that's certainly a welcome benefit. This is about reclaiming your energy, your confidence, your very sense of self. This is about walking through the world as the man you know yourself to be, rather than a diminished version that you don't recognize. The knowledge I've shared today has transformed thousands of lives. Men who thought their best days were behind them are now experiencing second primes that in many ways surpass their first. Not because of some miracle drug or exotic treatment, but because they're finally giving their bodies the basic building blocks of masculine vitality that modern diets and medical approaches have overlooked. You deserve that same transformation. And it begins with the choices you make today, tomorrow, and every day going forward. Simple choices about what you eat that can have profound effects on how you live and how you feel. Don't miss our next video that's appearing on your screen right now. Click on that card and check it out. It dives deeper into the specific meal plans that maximize these vitamin A powerhouses for even faster results. Your journey back to full masculine vitality is just beginning, and I'm honored to be your guide along the way.